we start, Giri?
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Will you say 3, 2, 1 or I just start it straight away? Hello? Oh, okay. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope all of you had your lunch. Yes? And I know it's a short time for a break after 2 hours, but you will see that it is really made interesting for you to know that the article writing is going to be a very pleasant experience. 1. 2, you will be really confident of writing an article well and scoring the full 5 marks. Now, I go back to the screen sharing to show you because some of you said you weren't able to see it. The linkers, sequencers, and the sequence markers, we also call them and the signposts also. Now, these 3 slides are shown to you for the simple reason to tell you that vocabulary of this kind to connect your ideas will make your writing at an advanced level. Not that you need to memorize them, but a regular reading or a quick glance of these words time and again, as and when you write, will help you remember a few of them so that you use them while you write or even while you speak. People will result to you when you're saying, therefore, and then you make a pause, then people will look up to see what you're saying really. Okay, now I'm going to share my screen and I will show it to you, say for 2-3 minutes, not more than that because I've already shown you this, right? I'll show it to you for 2-3 minutes and you can probably get to know what these words are so that it's easy for you to remember. Yeah. Oh, just give me a minute. Yeah. It's there, but it is. You give me a minute, I'll get back to the PowerPoint. Yes. So now I'm sharing my screen to help you view. Yes. I go back to the slideshow from the current slide. Oh, that's in the beginning. Okay. Very quickly, I will run it. Maybe come back to these again before I finish. So, here we have the linkers. Okay? And you will see that these are words that are used. I hope it is quite visible for you. Yes, I've zoomed it. You don't have to copy it down. This will come along with the PPT. So, you can take note of it then. Now, just read through these words. Because we are going to write the articles now and see how many of them you will remember to use. Or maybe we can have a game, a 2 minutes game, because I'm going to do these exercises only for another 10-15 minutes. Then we are going to write the article per se and also look at the examples and the model question paper, right? Okay, I give you 2 minutes time. I'm going to stop the sharing. I'm going to see how many of you remember how many words. Yes, that's a game. You can see the slide. I give you, now it is 2:11. I give you time till 2:13. Very quickly, you will memorize it or read it and remember it. I leave it to you. Then I stop the sharing. Then I come forward to check your chat box to see how many words you really posted and how many words you really remember. Just at one glance. Okay? I am giving you, I think 2 minutes is a long time. Maybe the first time I give you 2 minutes. From the next slide, I'll give you only 1 minute. Yeah. Quick. Now it's 2:11, 2:13, I will stop you. So, what you will have to do is, Post the words that you remember, the phrases that you remember in the chat box. That is one way of making sure that you will remember these. Okay? You have 1 more minute to go. Yes, I stop the sharing. I come forward to see your chat boxes, to see how many words you can remember. Yes? Quick. Hello, Girish. Girish, are you there? Girish? Hello? Girish? Girish, are you there? Hello? Hello, Girish? Girish, I'm not able to open the chat box. Can you help me? I tried and saying password, invalid email or password. Yes. Unit 3 of partnership accounts. They are talking about partnership accounts and things. This is not my class. Girish, are you there? Hello. Yeah. Yes. So yes, I see almost all the words, but some of you have written very few words. So this is the reason, this is how you need to do it. When you're practicing writing, see, on the day before the exam, don't ever think you can manage English and therefore read some other subject. That's not the way to do English. You have to go through these linkers, the sequence markers, think upon ideas that will help you write well. So all these are important, okay? And that's the reason why I'm giving it to you, to tell you this is the way you need to manage your exam itself. You will be assured of a 5 mark if you are going to follow all these. Okay, I'm very happy to see that most of you have posted, the linkers. They're not liners, they're linkers. Yes. Very good. See, you read, say, 30 words, you will find yourself using at least 4 or 5. That's good enough. For an article and for a 3 or 4 paragraphs, if you are going to use, say, 5 or 6 of these while you write, consciously remember to write, your answer, of course, it has to be relevant to the context and relevant to the topic that's given also. Okay? You will find yourself doing it beautifully well. I saw in the morning session, some of you had said, I'm very weak. Don't call yourself weak at all. Language is like exercise or swimming. You can't sit on the bank and watch swimming and be a good swimmer. That will never happen. You have to get into the water, be relieved of the fear, and start swimming. Initially, you will make butterfly strokes, but slowly you will become a swimmer. And that's what it is about language also. It doesn't happen overnight. I have been repeatedly saying this, that language skills don't build up overnight. It has to be consistently built. Today I learn 5 words, tomorrow I learn another 5 words. 10 minutes, 15 minutes of your day in consciously building up a language skill will help you a lot. Okay, now I'm going back to my sharing of the PPT. Quickly show you the other, other slides also, and then we start writing. Okay? Yeah, here we are, and there we go. Yes. Yeah, so we have linkers here, and then these are called signposts. Why do we call them signposts? Because if you use them in a sentence, or in the beginning of a sentence, or say in the middle or even in the end of the sentence, the reader will understand what you are trying to say. Suppose you're posting in the chat box saying, this is confusing, then I know what you really mean, that you haven't understood it properly. Then I need to highlight whatever I have to say. So these are words that can direct the reader to understand better. Therefore, they are called signposts. Signpost words are like the signposts you find on the road while you drive. It will say 10 kilometers. Okay? 20 kilometers from here. 35 kilometers from here. It gives you a road map as to how it will lead you to write well. And that's the reason why we have them here. These are called sequence markers. This is almost like the linkers only, but just given a different terminology to help you understand that for sequencing you use these kind of words, for adding you use these kind of words. I am not going to give you time to copy it, nor am I going to give you a quiz about it. Okay? So you can look at these words when you look into my PPT after I upload it. Now I move on. Now is the important part of the writing itself. These are error corrections. Now, what is important for you here is to see, I've given you the correct answer also. I've given you the incorrect usage, correct, and the correct sentences. These are basically prepositions which are commonly, written wrong. So look at this. I cannot, the words that are in red are incorrect. I give you, you have I give you 4 minutes time. Just read through the wrong ones and read through the right ones also, so that you understand why something has been incorrect and why something is correct. If it doesn't denote time, and if it's a sentence on time, then you have to fix words like that. If it's a preposition, I am not going to deal with prepositions, right? My chapter is article writing, but I am only helping you to understand what will be correct sentences and what will be incorrect sentences, what can go wrong with prepositions. So I am not going to deal with prepositions now. Let me be very, very clear. I am helping you to write grammatically correct sentences. So this is accuracy. Accuracy is writing correct sentences. So I will only touch upon the topic of error correction to tell you what is wrong and what can be right. Just that. So don't post questions on what is a preposition, how do I identify, what is time preposition, what is place. I will not answer any of those questions. My job here is to help you write the article well. I am just highlighting what are the wrong usages and what can be the right usages. So I give you 3 minutes time. Now the time is 2:24. I give you 3 minutes time because I have to do model question paper. I have to show you solutions and I have to see that you write the articles and be confident of writing articles. Okay? So now it's 2:24, 2:27. I will stop you. Quick. You can read the wrong ones and read the correct ones also, so that you know, okay, this is the way to write it. These are individual sentences. They don't relate to a topic as a whole. Quick. You have 2 more minutes to go. What I would do in your case is, I will correct the wrong sentences and check it with the right answers to see if I'm able to write well. Okay? That's a good way of doing this exercise. You correct the incorrect sentences and see your answer is right alongside with the correct sentences. That will be a good way to do. Yeah, you have a minute more. Done? Yeah, it's 27 now. Now I move on. I have 2 more error correction exercises. Just look at them so that you get to know how errors can happen and what can be the right way of writing it. See, for example, health precedes action. There are an. So are is a plural verb. So since an is there, it can only be a singular verb. So there is an undisputed connection. There is an undisputed connection. I am not going to tell you where the error is. I give you 2 minutes time to correct it. You have only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sentences. So you do it and I give you 2 minutes on that and then I will give you the answers. Yeah. Quick. This exercise, this is something like what you have in your school level, where you are asked to do the error correction. It's the same thing. It is just to help others, those of you who have not been in the CBSE board, also to know that errors can happen this way and you need to be accurate while you write your answers. Okay? I will give you the answers, but first you do it. And I give you 1 more minute. Yes. You have only 4 errors. The last line doesn't have an error. Okay, you're done. Now I'm going to call out the answers. You can correct your answers, okay, based on my calling out. I'll read the whole passage continuously, and I'll also tell you this is the error and this is how it's changed. Health precedes action. There is an undisputed connection in being fit and being our best. Okay, so among is not the right preposition. You have to use in. A simple rule, it's not plural, a simple rule of 5 helps make exercising the most, so the instead of the most enjoyable activity. Wake up at 5 a.m. So you have an article error, you have a countable, uncountable nouns error. So we are not terming it as grammar. We are only doing it as error correction. Wake up at 5 a.m., do 5 stretches and 5 yogasanas. Okay? I hope all of you have got it right. Now I move on to the next slide. Okay. I have also given you the answers. I've given you the answers so that you read and you understand if you are likely to make such mistakes or similar mistakes, you might rectify them. So the sentence that is in red has an error and you have the answer also there below that. And these are only 2 sentences. I give you 2 minutes to read it. And just understand what a wrong sentence is and how a correct sentence could be written. Quick. I give you 2 minutes. Now it's 30 and I stop you at 32. This is basically to help you to facilitate writing accurately. Whatever you write, you call it article, you call it a short story, you call it a report, whatever you write has to be grammatically accurate. And that's the reason why I brought in error correction also. Okay, you have 1 more minute to just read through. These are just 2 sentences. Yeah, so that's about this error correction. This we'll do later. Now, this is another important thing. Before you submit your answer, before you say or before you think you've finished, you have to read through it once to see. This is checklist for editing to see what are the wrongs that you might have made. Okay, spellings. As long as your spelling is intelligible, you don't have to worry. But see that you write the correct spelling. That's number 1. Number 2, I've already spoken about this in communication, in note making. Your spellings have to be consistent. Whether you use the American spelling or the British spelling, it has to be consistent. Not that in the beginning of the paper for 2 questions you answer in British spelling and then you move on to the American spelling. That would not fetch you the best marks. So you have to be consistent. Either you use the British or the American, whichever one. Punctuation is important, the capitalization, the full stop, the commas, whatever punctuations depending on the task that you write. Subject-verb agreement is important, like we had one example where it said for a singular, it should be yes, not ARER, okay? That is called subject-verb agreement. You must see if the sentences read well. Articles, A and the prepositions we just now saw, appropriate vocabulary, okay? That's why I showed you the slides of vocabulary that you can use, the phrases that you can use, and sentence structures. Sentence structures have got to be in English patterns, not in your regional language patterns. I've already told you, while you write, it has to be in English. English, every language has a pattern of its own. Okay? And mostly Indian languages have the same pattern, I mean the structure of words. English has I won't say strange, has a different pattern, and when we write in English, we need to follow that pattern. Okay. Coda. This is what is important. This is there in your, for those of you who've been in CBSE will know what a coder is. It's there in your 9th standard book, if I remember right. Now, what is a coder? Coder is, C is for content, O is for organization, D is for drafting, E is for editing, R is for revising, and then you submit. Okay, content, the ideas. You brainstorm ideas within yourself. See, what is the content that can go into the topic? You've seen the topic. Now you have to think of ideas quickly because you have to write 250 to 300 words. So you think of the content. What is it that will go into it? Organization. Randomly write down hints or points and then you number them. That is organizing. You can use whichever way you want. You can either write them as mind mapping or array diagram, whichever way you want. Randomly put comments, put your ideas in a paper. You can have a rough diagram in the answer sheet itself. Don't write anything in the question paper because some examinations are very, very strict about not marking in the question paper. So in the answer paper itself, in the corner of the paper, you can have a rough diagram and then write your answers. So quickly, randomly put down points and then number them as per the order that you will write. Organization also means the formatting of it. What is the format for an article? You have the heading, you have the byline. Byline is optional. It's not mentioned in the study material. Okay. You have the head title, the author's name, whoever writes it. Then you have 3 paragraphs, introduction, body and conclusion. You can have more than 3 paragraphs if you have enough content to write. To the proper conclusion. Okay? Drafting. So after you organize, you draft. You write it down. And after you write, you edit it. So what will you edit? To see if you have fixed if the content is relevant to the question that's given to you, if you organized it well, if your format is alright, if you have stuck to the number of words, as I've already told you, it is between 250 to 300 words. Which means it can be 225. It cannot be 200 but. Neither should it be 350, 400 because that will mean you're wasting a lot of time which might cut into your other answers. Okay? So, 250 to 300 to check whether you have written the right number of words, to check if you have written the title, check the format, check if the content is relevant to the topic that is given to you, see if you have any quotes or anything. See, look for grammatical mistakes or spelling mistakes. See if you have punctuated properly. That is called editing. Editing is to check. Okay? Then you revise. See if you've done all this in a second. And then you submit. You've finished. So this is called a coder. Follow this. C-O-D-E-R. Content. Think of the content. Ordering of the content itself into paragraphs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drafting, writing it down, edit to check for errors, then revise and then submit. So that's the normal procedure for any written task. Okay? Okay, now I go on to the sample question paper. I stop sharing this and I will show it to you on the Word. Just give me a minute. Okay. Yeah. So I share. No. I'm just trying to share a Word document. Mm, okay. Yeah, just give me a minute. I'm sharing a Word document. Not a minute, a second. Just to, yeah. Yes, foundation paper. Okay. Girish, tell me if I'm sharing. Can you see it? Hello, Girish? Something I'm Yes, I have the question paper here. This is 2020 question paper. Yes. Okay. So the first part is the law part. So I'm scrolling it down. Yeah. Here we have. And the first one is comprehension. And then we have note making. So this is 2020, the latest paper you can have as a model. So this is comprehension. And then we have note making. Note making here it says, read the passage given below, make notes using headings, subheadings and abbreviations wherever necessary, and then write the summary too. Okay? Not visible? Okay. Okay. Girish, if I'm not able to share, I would like you to. I can? Yeah, Word file. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I did. That. Oh, without sharing. Hmm? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm sharing now. This is Windows Explorer. Yeah. Oh. Yes, here is the question paper. Um, Girish, are you there? Okay, yeah. I think I'm sharing. Girish, can you tell me if I'm sharing? Hello? Oh, okay, fine. Okay, so here is the note. Yeah, can you see? Yeah, I'm zooming it. So this is your note making question. It says read the passage given below. You have make notes using headings, subheadings and abbreviations wherever necessary. I'm showing this to you because I'm showing you one whole question paper. So I just took the chance of showing you the note making also. I know we are doing article now. Now then you have write summary also. So the question, the mark is allotted for note making is 3 marks and summary 2 marks. Okay. So we are not doing the note making now, but you have, and communication, see it says define communication and that's for 1 mark. Okay. Then I keep moving. You have vocabulary, following sentences. Then you have the prezi. I'm not stopping there. Okay. Appropriate word. Okay. This para language. So, here we get it. Write an article of about 250 to 300 words on the topic time management during lockdown. Okay, so here this is for 5 marks. You have a choice of writing a report or an article. This question paper is framed like this. So I do not know if every question paper will have a choice for you to write an article or a report. Some question papers might even say just write an article. Okay, but you have to be prepared for both. That's what I am trying to say. Okay, and you see the topic is the same. The article says time management during lockdown. Here it says write a report on guidelines in your town during lockdown. So, it's just the way you write. The style will differ, but the topic is the same of which you have to think about. Okay, now let's do this topic. Write an article of about 250 to 300 words on the topic. Now what you will do is write in your notebooks. Okay? I don't want you to put it in the chat box. Finally, you will say you've done it. Okay, because it'll take a lot of time for you to type in the chat box. 2, you will not be able to write complete sentences because I want you to write complete sentences. Okay, time management during lockdown. The causes and the effects. That's the first paragraph, right? What is the byline that will go into this? Time management during lockdown. I'm going to tell you the format and give you 8 to 10 minutes to write the article. Okay? And then we will discuss the answers. Now I am not going to say anything. I have said everything in detail about writing an article. Now, what you will do is, copy this topic down. You will write a byline. Then you will write a title. After the title, you will draw a rough ray diagram or a web diagram or, whatever to jot down hints. As you jot down hints, you will also write vocabulary and phrases that you can use with this topic. Okay? And then number the points. Okay? So the first introduction will have causes and effects. What is meant by lockdown? Why are we having a lockdown? Okay, so that will come in the first paragraph, causes and effects. Then in the middle of the paragraph, you will write as to how you have managed time. Whether you managed time or whether you never managed any time. You just let it go. Okay, conclusion. How best you could use this lockdown period. What are the things that you can think of and do during this lockdown? Has it helped you really? So that will become the conclusion with a nice ending sentence. Okay? Also write vocabulary. So now your time starts now. Now the time is 2:47. And I give you 10 full minutes. 2:57. I will stop you. 8 minutes is the time. But I give you 2 extra minutes so that, because you're practicing. So 2:57 I will stop you and then we will discuss answers. Quick. I'm also going to write to see if the time I've given you is just enough for you to write. Okay? Quick. Remember, it is 250 to 300 words and it is for 5 marks. Yeah, we have 2 more minutes to go. Yes, it's time. So 3, 2, 1. I stop the sharing. I come forward to see if you have done. I just want you to post done, 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 done. So that I know all of you have written it and you will have, so after you post done, you will also post your doubts. Then I will read out my answer. Okay? I'm stopping the sharing. Yeah. What is perplexed? I told you it's confused. Questioning or speech style, yes, you can use slide is please zoom. Perplexed means zoom, I have already said. Change the ratio of screen share. Zoom, not able to see the words. Okay, that was done. Ma'am, on time and in time. On time. Yeah, so that was when I started, right? I cannot read the questions, zoom it. Rule correction. You still cannot read. Please see the query box. Beside is next to you. Besides is giving you the PowerPoint slide. Besides taking a 2-hour session. If you still have doubts, then so that is besides. Yes, please write your name. It will be good if you mention the number of words because the examiner will know that you are conscious of the number of words also. See, this is for Sia. Overwriting is by itself a punishment because you will run short of time for answering the other questions. So we don't penalize you on that. Yeah, that was when the PPT was not visible. Byline, if you write, it's good for you. Some write even subheadings, even that is good. I won't say no. You write the first letter in capitals for the title, but you don't have to write it entirely in block. Very good, Anushka. Yes, you've written. Made family connection more stronger as we had ample. Yes. Okay. Done. Ma'am, 5 minutes more, please. Okay, by the time I check the others. Yes. 150 to 170 words, you will get only 2 marks. Write only a paragraph? No way. It has to be more than 3 paragraphs. Should be written in paragraphs, not one paragraph. It has to be written in It has to be written in more than 3 paragraphs, but 3 paragraphs is acceptable. Definitely not 1 paragraph. Quick. And unless all of you post that you have done, I'm not going to read my answer. This is for Sarthak. All writing tasks are your opinions and therefore should be only in your words. Okay? Only thing, you need to write them correctly. That is what is expected of you. And it cannot be the same answer for all of us. I write it the way I understand it, you will write it the way you understand. As long as your answer is relevant to the, I keep repeatedly saying relevant. Because unless you write relevantly, you won't get marks at all. For example, I have seen many students when we ask them, write about traffic signals, they would write about road rules. It can come as a line to refer, but that cannot be the answer by itself. It has to be about traffic lights. Okay? It is included in the road rule, and you will just talk about it as 1 or 2 sentences, not more than that. But you must write about traffic lights, why they are, what color it is, where it is fixed in the, how does a police check on that, what happens if it doesn't work, all that stuff. The entire 250-300 words should only be about traffic lights, and 1 or 2 sentences to explain what you really mean to write about it. Okay? While writing an article, how many times I've been saying the same things? Yeah, writer's name is important. Don't ask the same questions. I will read out what I have written. 138 words is very less. Can we use short poems? No, don't do all that. You will waste a lot of time. Bhumika, you will write the answer the way you perceive. As long as you are relevant to the question given and your article makes sense, you are right. You don't have to mention, this is my opinion. You can say, I strongly feel, in my opinion, okay? Just to add to the, the color of the writing itself. Yes. Headline, byline, introduction. No, you don't have subheadings like introduction, body, don't do that. The very fact that it is divided into paragraphs tells us this is the introduction, this is the body, this is the conclusion. You don't have to mention that. Announce lockdown for controlling coronavirus, but during lockdown so many problems, for example, food, job, and students have to face study-related problems. Was the biggest problem during for all people and for all sectors. Manage time. This is Lakshmi. That's why I said write it in your notebook, because you've written just 3 or 4 lines, say 2, 4, 5 lines, and that's not enough. Okay? Have the feel of writing 250 to 300 words. Title, topic are the same. They are not different. Lengthy paragraphs are accepted. What should be the language for writing the article? English. What should be the tense, past tense? Explain, ma'am. This is Anushka, I think I have said. Past tense and language is English, and I have given you words, phrases, the linkers and stuff that you need to remember as language. In one paragraph, you can have 5 to 6 lines, assuming that in a line you have 8 words. Okay? Improve next time. Okay. As I was complete, no one was allowed to move out of their house without reason, only essential services. Okay. But where are you talking about time management? Who's this? Kushi. Kushi, you haven't said anything about how do you manage. See, this is what I keep repeatedly telling about writing relevantly. Okay? This can be introduction where you start off saying that there was a lockdown and what is a lockdown and what did people do. But the main, suppose we say 250 words. 50 words can be introduction, 50 words can be conclusion. The rest, 150 words should be in your content, the relevant part of the content. That is how you divide it. 1 or 2 sentences more or less is okay. But generally, so when I say 50 words, it can be only 3 to 4 sentences or a maximum of 5 to 6 sentences, not more than that. So 6 sentences for introduction, 6 sentences for conclusion, and the middle say 10 to 12 sentences on the body, the time management itself, will fix you in a beautiful position to get a 5. Yes, you can say stay at home, stay safe, and utilize lockdown. Yes, manage your time. What is this, Jitashri? No, I don't understand. Oh my God, this byline has been a perennial question right from morning. Byline, you write, it is good for you so that you will not deviate from the given topic. Okay? It gives it's a neat presentation when you submit your article with a byline. 180 words in 10 minutes, you have to improve. So how will you improve? You have to write it regularly. Write and see regularly. Every day pick on a topic that you see in the newspaper and write 250 to 300 words. You will do it beautifully. Like, last but not, please use phrases. This is for Tuti Kumari. Please use good phrases. Please use quotations. They will enhance your presentation. I think I said it in the morning, Omkar, that I cannot answer anything about how the exams will be conducted, whether it will be online, whether it will be... I cannot answer those questions. I am just a faculty to teach you these chapters. I will answer only those that are related to the chapters. Okay? Show the... yes, I will dictate and you will write it down. I am not going to show you the answer. The byline, where we can use this line in article, or see, the byline is your choice. You will not be penalized if you don't write that. But writing that gives a neat presentation for an article. So what is a byline? It is one full, titles are short, bylines will be full sentences. I will read out a byline for this topic. Yes, kindly read mine, ma'am. Yeah, where is yours? I didn't see yours. I didn't call out names because that takes another half a second off my... Riya, you say read what you have written. Now you say read what I have written. I don't know what you're saying. Anyway, I didn't find it here in the 2 pages that I have scrolled down. Okay. Now I'm going to read mine. Shall I wait for another 2 minutes? For you to say, for me to see whether all of you have tried writing the article. Quick. I just want you all to say yes, 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 and I will proceed. Done? Super, Bhumika. 280 words. Don't write more, then you will be... Vaishnavi, please post your question again. We have had 5 or 6 sessions, 4 of note making, 2 of article, and 3 of communication. And you still keeping saying the same things. Please post your question again, because I don't look at the names. I look at the names only when there is something very, very wrong, something that I have never answered. If that is a question that I have already answered several times, I ignore it because that is waste of time. Still I have been doing it, but I don't think I'll do it anymore. Repeat questions will be ignored. This byline question I stop right now. I'm not going to answer any of the byline questions anymore. I have spoken enough of that. And I look at the names only when your question is wrong or when I need to definitely answer. Otherwise I don't look at your questions. Sahil, this will be the last question I answer on byline. Byline is not the writer's name. It is a catchy sentence, complete sentence about the given topic. 3 paragraphs is the minimum. You can write more than 3. That is your choice. Yes, Ankit. No, but even then, past tense will be the right way to write. Because you won't make mistakes. 250 words, just perfect. That's Aishwarya. I am not calling out names because that takes some time for me to call out, look at your name and then call out. Okay, I'm just looking at the query part alone. Okay, so shall I read my answer? Yes? Okay. Now, I have not put it on a slide. You have to write it down as I dictate. Yes, Lakshmi. What you have posted is very less. You will write. Please write in your notebooks. I'll start reading it now. Lakshmi, I've answered yours. Okay. So, time management during lockdown. So, what did I do? I wrote a byline. Productive time for young and old alike during lockdown. That's my byline. I repeat. Take it down. Don't ask me doubts. Don't make me read it over and over again. Okay? Time management during lockdown. Productive time for young and old alike during lockdown. Okay? So that's my byline. Name Nirmala Raghavan. Okay. And the rough writing. Okay? Rough writing with a web diagram. If I don't remember to write a web diagram, I even put them in numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, causes, effects, solutions have to be there. That is important. Then I write 2 sentences about, I will read the answer, I'm just giving you the rough one. Then I write about the pandemic. Then I say what is a lockdown, why lockdown has been declared. These are rough hints. Then I talk about how lockdown has disrupted the entire fabric of people, of governments globally. Okay, now causes. Now, if you are going to keep posting, that means you're not writing down as I'm saying. Now I am dictating. I want all of you to write it down in your notebooks for you to compare it with what you have written. Okay? And I'm not going to take much time. I'm going to dictate only for 5 minutes. Okay. I start from the beginning because some of you were posting. You might not have seen or heard what I said. Right? Time management during lockdown. Productive time for young and old alike during lockdown. That's my byline. My name, Nirmala Raghavan. Then I divide the paragraphs into causes, effects, solutions. Then what is a pandemic and what is a lockdown? What did it disrupt? And solutions, results. How can we manage our time? So this is the broad framework of my answer. Then I move on. The pandemic is a contagious disease that spreads across the globe, killing millions of people. It's not only the rich and the poor, but it's people in general who are afflicted with this kind of virus. It's a virus, and the lockdown was declared by the government, again globally, because there is no vaccine that has been found to control this disease. In order to manage large number of people falling sick, the lockdown was declared. And the lockdown had different types of lockdown with different relaxations depending on the government and depending on the severity of the disease in different or the respective places, the lockdown was declared. Even in India, amongst several states, each state had a different version of it, and each version was given a color so that people understood the severity of the disease itself. Now, what did the lockdown give us? Was it really beneficial to us? In a sense, it is yes, and in a sense, it is no also. It did give us a lot of time at home to plan, to do our jobs, because the lockdown disrupted totally workplaces, homes, offices, education, businesses, and governments. Now let's see one by one how this has been disrupted. When we talk of our education, we see that teachers and students, although they initially struggled hard to take up remote teaching, after the 5 or 6 months, they have comfortably settled down with online teaching and learning. Whether the economically low resource students or teachers have been able to do it well, that is for us to wait and see. Let's talk of businesses. Businesses now going to the shop, trying to choose things to buy, that has been disrupted, and almost all shops have gone online, and e-trading and e-commerce has become the order of the day. Even if shops open up, we do not know if things will get back to the normal in the near future. Now, how have offices been disrupted? Offices have been disrupted by asking its employees to work from home. So what has happened is many of the employees have gone back to their own native places to work from home. We have spoken about businesses, we have spoken about education, the government, all its meetings, the running of the government has now turned online. When the national education, so this is an example, national education policy was initiated, and when it was declared passed by the government, it is still continuing to conduct a lot of webinars and seminars to make people understand, to help teachers and students understand what it means to change the entire curriculum. So, with all these switching over to the digital mode, there is plenty of time left with us as employers, as employees, as students, as teachers, as government officials to manage time. How do we manage? There are plenty of ways to manage time. One is quality time with our family, which many people have been ignoring all along. The quality time that can be spent in developing skills to become a better entrepreneur or to upgrade our skills to move along the promotion lines in the company that we are concerned. This is the right time to do, because all of us are at home and everybody, each of them pursuing their own interests, passions and responsibilities. The people, the women who work at home also have their time extended to other curricular activities as they stay at home, and they can have a discipline of managing the household work along with a team of their own people, so that work becomes easy and there is plenty of time left to manage for other extra things that can happen at home. So wherever and whenever people had difficulty in, managing outside, now they found answers to them. Suppose there was a tap leaking. The father would step in to see why it was leaking and what can be done to prevent it. Same way with every bit of, work that has been outsourced normally when everybody went to work. Now people have started thinking as to how they can rectify it. So time management is a prerogative that this lockdown has suggested and facilitated. Okay? So there is plenty of time for employed people, because although it is 24 hours on the job, it also suggests that you have quality time at home and quality time for other things too. So it's important to discipline our lives from morning to evening to see that we manage responsibilities that we need to deliver, and also see that we have quality time at home and have extra time to listen to music or watch a few entertaining programs that can happen. What never happened before while traveling to workplaces for long hours is made feasible now because people work from home. Now, businesses have all become online. So the task of traveling to the shop, wasting time, choosing things that we may not even need, buying things, the binge shopping, things that we really don't need just for the heck of it, all these have gone, and this little extra time can be used to think and rethink, reimagine and reinvent how we can better our lives for tomorrow. Believe me when I say Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff and a few other social media entrepreneurs, technology experts have made $360 million extra during this pandemic. How did that happen? Because their technological skills were at an advanced stage. They already knew how to manipulate and extrapolate to turn these into their own, the lockdown time to their own benefits. How did it happen? Because during the lockdown, plenty of people resorted to the social media, Facebook, online shopping, Instagram, whatever you call it, Instagram, Telegram. There are plenty of things, and that has increased the number of viewers and users that have made them so very rich today. While plenty of people lost their jobs and lost their money, here we have a few of them who have made most of the money that can enhance their things and have made them really big. Now to conclude, developing new skills is one way for students and businesses to thrive and survive. For office goers, this is the best period to manage their time well without being bossed around, to see that they are able to build newer skills on their jobs. E-trading and e-commerce has become the new norm. That will help people manage time really well so that they have time enough to earn and spend too. Education has become online, which has facilitated students and teachers to manage time, because it is only for a fixed time that students are allowed to sit in front of the screen. The rest of the time, there is enough and more to manage by reading books, by watching, useful programs that will enhance their learning capacities and will take them to the digital learning itself. Governments through Zoom and social media, where people have always been saying there were half the MPs who didn't turn up to the parliamentary meetings. Now on Zoom, everybody is present. So that has the time that has been managed by the government is so useful. And to conclude, these are possible ways that has helped the lockdown manage time effectively, and in a way I would say it's been very, very beneficial. So now your comments on that would help me understand if you had these points in your article. I'm going to wait for 2 minutes. Now it is okay. I'll wait for 1 minute. Now it's 3:24. I'll wait till 3:25 to see your comments and your doubts. Then we move on to another question, so that we do one more article. Quick. And somebody was talking about the article in the study material. Now let me look at it. Article in the study material has the solutions too. So that's the reason why I don't take up this. Now article 2, you have article 3, you have, so the exercises are there. Write articles on the following topics in about 500 words. Here it says 500, that is just to give you writing practice. But you saw the question paper, that is 2020 question paper. So it is 250 to 300 words. The day before the exam, you must read. But you must practice writing on a daily basis. What to do for last year question paper if you want to practice? Practice the question paper. You can have, see, in the beginning of every paragraph, you can have questions. For example, this time management. How did the lockdown really help us manage time? Can be a paragraph. So you go on to say how it has helped each sector. Okay? Very good. Anushka says she has a few points that I had. That's beautiful. some of these points. Very good, very good. You see, when I dictate, it is not, you don't have to write complete sentences. Take it down in hints and that will help you. Now, morning somebody had asked me a doubt on the study materials topic. Study material has also the hints for the exercises that are given here. I don't think that should be a problem for anybody. You have 4 exercises and 4 hints are there for you to use and write. So I just give it to you. The topic is given. Yeah. Here it says in the end, source http, reusablearticles.com. So here it says source and you can write your name there. You can write it even in the beginning. And page 8.3, you have a mind mapping kind of thing. So this you can do it this way, but this one will be time taking. So you can quickly at random write points and hints with ray diagrams so that you are able to organize them. Super, Aditi. 50% similar. Varsha, very good. Little similar. Okay, I'm very happy that most of you say you had these points, the same points. Good. Yes. I wrote about the stress and boredom we feel. Okay, those are negative things. You can make a mention of them. Yes. Because you cannot get into other things. The topic here is very, very clear. Time management. So whatever you say, most of your writings should be on managing time. How it has been done, how it has been used, what happens to people who have not used it fruitfully are the things that you can write about. Very good. I'm very happy that most of you have written the same things. Yes. And the study material is quite clear and it has a few exercises for which the hints are there. You have a sample answer also. So I'm not going to talk much about the study material. I leave it for you to revise it. Now I will show you another question paper and we'll do another article because we still have time. Okay. Now I'm going back to my PPT. Yeah. No, I'm not going back to my PPT. I'm going back to the question paper. I have another question paper to show you and I will do that. Yeah, this is 2019 paper. Just give me a second and I will be there. Okay? Yes. Yeah, I'm going to share my Word document with you now. So this is another question paper. Yes, I think I'm sharing. Girish, can you tell me if I'm sharing? Hello, Girish? Girish? Hello, Girish? Taruna? Am I sharing? Can you see my screen? Hello. Are you there? Okay, anyway, I'm zooming it.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible. It's visible.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So this is comprehension. This is comprehension. So I move it on because that's not what we are doing now. No, this is note making. And here you see, here again, you make notes using headings, subheadings and abbreviations whenever necessary. That's for 3 marks and write the summary 2 marks.
Excuse me, ma'am, this is comprehension. This is comprehension.
No, I'm sorry. Look at this.
Okay, you are giving them for
No, I'm
note
not
making.
giving it to them. I'm just showing. No, I'm just showing because note making, I didn't show it to them. I'm showing it now. We are not doing that now. So this is make notes. So this is a passage. I'm showing you the question paper so that you understand, okay, this is the way it is, okay? The other day, I didn't have it downloaded, and therefore I didn't show it to you. Now, so next comes Prezi. Then you have, see, look at the questions on communication. Discuss the term visual communication, or what do you mean by an attitude barrier? So you have a choice sometimes, okay? But it's not mandatory, and this question carries 2 marks. Question on visual communication and attitude barrier. I'm just taking the chance to show you these questions also because you understand how it is done. Now, draft newspaper report on flood situation, grim in southern western states to be published. This is on a report, okay. Communication, active, passive. Here we have. So this is the question on article, right? Write an article of about 250 words. So 250 words is compulsory. That's there in all the papers. 250 words on the topic, the importance of water conservation. And that again is for 5 marks. You can see that this is not a choice. So choice is not a compulsory thing that's there in all the question papers. You need to understand that. That's number 1. Number 2, all articles are for 250 to 300 words. Here it clearly says 250, so you don't have to write up to 300. If you write up to 300, you will be wasting your time not being able to complete the paper. So don't do that. Now, the topic is the importance of water conservation. I will give you a rough idea as to what you should write, and then I will also write, then I will dictate. Okay? I will read it out for you. The importance of water conservation, okay? So, causes and effects. Some places have severe drought, some places have floods. What happens to the water that, to places where there are floods? They don't conserve water. It goes waste into the sea. It is not usable water, okay? It's not potable water. So, what is the result? So some places which have floods have their crops destroyed, dislocates people's lives. What happens where there is a drought? In some places, people go starving. They don't get water. There are no crops. Farmers are all dying, and there is food scarcity, and all this. So that becomes introduction and the causes and the effects. What can be the solution? Solution can be linking up all the rivers from the north to the south so that the water gets distributed equally to all. Wherever there is heavy rain, that water will come down to the other places where there is severe drought. And that way, people can live very happily. That's one way. But is it possible? Will governments, will states agree on that? We don't know. So who is to find the solution? We, if we will represent, if we will see that our elected leaders are also committed to this, it will happen. How do we, so that is for the government, okay? How do we as individuals conserve water? By not letting the taps leaking, by not opening the tap and doing our work until the work is done, so that water that goes down into the drain is gone forever. Water is just like time. Once it flows down the gutter, there is no getting it back. Okay? It is only, governments have been trying to use up and desalinate the seawater and all that. But whatever said and done, fresh water should not be wasted. So water conservation is saving water. You have to say, why is it important? Why? Because there are threatening calls by the social activists and people who are in charge of the climate that by 2050, water will be very, very scarce. Therefore, it is important to conserve water. Water energy is a very important and a very crucial thing to do. So I have given you a rough idea as to what to write. The main things are, the introduction should have causes and effects. You will talk about the results and then say the main part will be how to conserve water as an individual. We can talk about it to people. We can write articles in the magazines, in the newspapers. So these are ideas that you can use. Okay, now I'm going to give you 10 minutes time. Now the time is 3:35. I will stop you at 3:45. Okay? And I give you 10 minutes. Write 250 words on this topic. I have spoken to you, giving you different ideas, different points. Now write quickly. Copy down the topic and start writing. And you mark yourself. How much will you give your article? That will help you understand how you need to improve. Okay? Quick. I will also start writing so that I know if the time given to you is just perfect. Yeah. 3:45, I will stop you.